Hello everyone, my name is Pallavi Thakur. I am going to teach Social Studies, Class 7, Chapter number 5, Composition and Structure of the Atmosphere. Let us start with the introduction part. Like our body is covered, in the same manner, our Earth is covered with the atmosphere. We can say the envelope of the atmosphere. In this atmosphere, there is a composition. That means it is a mixture. Mixture of what? Mixture of what? Air. Air. And that air also contains gases, water vapor, dust particle and smoke. And in that gas also, there are two main gas present. One is nitrogen and the other one is oxygen. Nitrogen, that is 78%, and oxygen, that is 21%. Then the other gases in the atmosphere are carbon dioxide, helium, argon, hydrogen and extra, about 1% of each. The lower layer of the atmosphere is the water vapor and dust particle. That is why it is said that do not pollute the atmosphere, because in the atmosphere only we have the gas, and we know that oxygen, that is we human being are breathing, and how much harmful it is when the oxygen we breathe is not fresh. When fresh air is not coming in our breathing, what will happen? It will affect our body. As human being, we know that oxygen is needed for breathing purpose for every human being. So if we pollute our atmosphere, the fresh air will not come and the diseases will be caused to the human being. Now the lower layer, as I said, the water vapor is there and the dust particle is there. The amount of water vapor and dust particles varies from time to time and from place to place, because water vapor, we have learned in class 6 also, water vapors are the water cycle, that is atmosphere, how the hot the atmosphere is, how's the cold atmosphere is. In that manner the water vapor will be and the condensation will occur. So it is about place to place, time to time, it changes the water vapor and the dust particle. Dust particle, why? Because the people, we as the people, how much smoke we are giving to our atmosphere, that also differ. In the urban area, where we can find, as compared to the rural area, we will find that the dust particle is less in the urban area than the rural area. That is why it is said that there will be the different amount of water vapor and the dust particles. So it was the introduction of atmosphere. What is atmosphere? Now let us move to the next. In this figure, we can see that this is the figure of composition of air. In this, we can see how much percentage of nitrogen we have in the atmosphere. That is 78% of nitrogen gas we are having in the atmosphere. Oxygen, as we have already discussed, is 21% of oxygen, and other gases, that is helium, helium is there, hydrogen is there, carbon dioxides are there. So these type of gases are 1% in our atmosphere. We all know this. This is the process of photosynthesis, how we are, the plants, how they are making the oxygen out from the leaf. We all know that plants are the one who make their food by making sunlight. They take sunlight with the leaves. The leaves are their green leaves that make the carbon dioxide from that, and then it inhale the oxygen, and that which we breathe. That is why it is said that to grow plants, not to cut plants. What we are doing nowadays, for our satisfaction, we are cutting the plants, and in that form we are cutting our oxygen. That means how much plant we will cut, we will get less oxygen, and there will be the problem for us as a human being, what we are breathing right now. We all know that without oxygen we can't live. Can we live? No, we can't live with oxygen. If what one for a 1 second or for a 1 minute, if we hold our nose like that and put our mouth like that, can we without oxygen we can live? No. So think once, keep when we are cutting plants, we are cutting our oxygen, what we can say is what we are breathing, we are cutting. And that is why it is said to grow plants, not to cut, for our satisfaction, for our human being satisfaction. Next, this is the atmospheric distribution. Structure of the atmospheric, first we can see this, there are the layers in the atmosphere. First layer is the troposphere, second layer is the stratosphere, third layer is mesosphere, fourth thermosphere, and the last is exosphere. In this figure you can see that how it is start from the lower, it will start and then it has gone to the up. In this figure we can see, the height also up to. In this we can see, in this figure we can see the distribution of the temperature in the atmosphere. First is the troposphere. Troposphere is the only layer in which water vapor is there and the dust particle is there. In this layer, the protection of the sun heat, what is coming is the protection of the sun heat, that is ozone layer, is fine in this layer, and it protects us from the heat. We cannot take direct heat of the sun to our body because it is very harmful. That is why in this layer only the protection of the sun heat is there, that is directly it is not coming, and then in the night it keeps the surface of the earth warm. So this is the layer where 90% of the atmosphere of the air is found. Then next comes stratosphere. Stratosphere lies up to 50 kilometer from the mean sea level. From the sea level, when we count to the height, we will see that 50 kilometer it is above. In this layer, the weather phenomena is there. Weather phenomena, the phenomena which tell us that what will be the climatic condition, this is found in this layer. In the troposphere, one more thing I will add, in the troposphere we have the cloud, we have the snowy, we have the rainfall, we have the, that is rainfall, snowy, clouds, these all, hot, cold, these all are in this layer. Now in the troposphere, as I told you, weather phenomena can be seen. Clouds are almost absent in this layer. We cannot see clouds in this layer. The movement of air almost is the horizontal. That is why jet planes which is flying at the high altitudes are found, because one direction only the air is. That is why the planes can be fly in this atmosphere, in this layer, in this atmosphere layer. The temperature remains constant up to the height of about 20 kilometer. When we move towards the 20 kilometer of height, the temperature is constant, not change almost, but it is constant, remain constant. The lower part of the stratosphere, that is 15 kilometer to 35 kilometer, has construction of ozone, thus called ozone sphere. That is why in this layer also there is a protection of the sun heat or light, we can say. Ultraviolet radiation of the sun, that is ultraviolet radiation of the sun that is coming, and it is an essential for protecting life on the earth. That is why ozone layer is very much necessary for the human being. Now come mesosphere. Mesosphere is above the 50 kilometer, as we can see in the diagram, it is above the 50 kilometer up to the 80 kilometer. This is The temperature here, it is minus 100 degrees Celsius, reaches to minus. That means here the temperature, as we cannot find any clouds and all the water vapor, dust particle, it is far away. That is why in this condition we will see that the degree of the temperature here falls to minus 100 degree Celsius. This coldest layer in the atmosphere, metros, which comes from the outer space, burns up in this layer. We say that the stars are coming, but that are not shooting stars or that. This is metros that are coming from the other, you can see from up, and then that metros are burning in this layer. Thermosphere. The thermosphere lies above the 80 kilometer. We can see in this above the 80 kilometer the thermosphere is, and in this the temperature reaches more than 15 degrees Celsius, because minus 100 degrees Celsius we can see in the mesosphere only. So up we will see that minus 1500 degrees Celsius of the temperature. One does not feel warm in this layer, and thin air hold little heat. The lower part of the thermosphere is called ionosphere, and it has enzolved muscles. Now comes the last, that is exosphere, is the uppermost layer of the atmosphere, very low, and it is in the rarefied forms. Very little gases are found in this layer because it is very up, so that is why in this atmospheric temperature we will not find any of the layer of the gases. 4500 degrees Celsius of the temperature is found in this layer. The exosphere merged gradually into the outer surface. Thank you.